Customer retention or customer acquisition, both are very important for any business to prosper. And in this video, I am going to discuss with you what should be your more attention giving criteria while developing your mutual fund distribution business. Hello everyone, I'm Shobhit. I'm a fin-based growth expert and founder of Fin-based Growth Club, an aspiring community of mutual fund distributors determined to change the way India invests. So what should be the strategy for a mutual fund distributor? Whether he should go for customer acquisition or he should also be diving or giving concentration regarding customers retention. So to understand the strategy which a mutual fund distributor should follow, we need to first understand the business model of mutual fund distributor. एक म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर कमाता कैसे है, क्या कमाई है, किस तरह से उसको कमीशन मिलता है, पहले हमें ये समझना पड़ेगा. So if you are a mutual fund distributor, the kind of revenue sharing which a mutual fund company is going to do with you is based upon a concept which is called trail commission sharing. Now what this means? This means that you are going to receive the commission for the advisory which you are going to do over a period of time in the form of trail. So in trail, you are going to receive commission over a period of time till the money has been invested by the customer. So to give you an example, suppose today you have advised your client to put say 1 lakh rupees in any mutual fund scheme, and that money is going to be there with the mutual fund company for say next 5 years. You are going to receive commission on that investment advisory for the next 5 years, every year and every month. So this kind of revenue sharing or commission giving, you are not going to find any other place. Now that's not all. If you want to understand the mutual fund commission sharing, one other aspect which you need to keep in mind, and that is the commission is given on the market value of the investments and not on the investment value. तो अगर आज आपने अपने कस्टमर का 1 लाख रुपए लगाया और अगले साल वो बढ़ के सपोज 1,20,000 हो गया, तो आपको कमीशन 1,20,000 पे आएगा, ना कि 1 लाख रुपए पे आएगा. So as the value of the investment will keep on growing over a period of time, your commission will also keep on growing over a period of time. So if you are able to understand this concept, one thing is very clear, that this is a business where you need to retain your client for a longer period of time. The longer the client is going to stay with you, the more money which you are going to make. Why? Because with the time, the value of the investment will keep on growing. And as the value of the investment will keep on growing, you are going to get a massive passive income which will grow over a period of time. So we need to have this mindset very clear that in mutual fund distribution business, as important as it is to acquire new client, but it is more important to retain your client, because for the effort which you are going to do, you are going to be benefited over a longer period of time. जितना लंबा क्लाइंट आपके साथ रहेगा, उतना बढ़िया, उतना ज्यादा आपको कमीशन रेवेन्यू मिलेगा. So retention should be the mantra for you as a mutual fund distributor. Now, what you need to understand that there are various phases in the mutual fund distribution journey or for a mutual fund distributor that it should be mindful of. And what are those phases? I call these phases as twofold. The first phase is the initial year. So if you are beginning your mutual fund distribution journey in the initial 1 to 2 years, your more emphasis or your more effort should be in the client acquisition. So you should always keep in mind that initially it is more of a learning phase, what customers is saying, what kind of expectation they have, what they are looking for, and in that way you are going to have lot on trial and error. You will have lot of learning curve और आप सीखेंगे कि क्लाइंट से हैंडल कैसे किया जाता है, क्लाइंट का ऑपरेशनल एस्पेक्ट्स कैसे देखा जाता है, क्लाइंट से और बाकी चीजों पे कैसे बात की जाती है. सो मेरे आपको सजेशन है कि अगर आप बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, इनिशियल 1 to 2 years योर एम्फेसिस मोर वुड बी टू एक्वायर मोर एंड मोर क्लाइंट, so that you can learn from the various real time efforts or the experience which you are going to gain. So once you have reached some minimum threshold, ideally it should be 100 to 200 clientele, then your retention phase should start. Now retention phase is whatever clients you have acquired, you need to retain them by building a very good relationship with them. If you are able to graduate yourself from a financial advisor to a family advisor, I think you are on a very right path to be a successful mutual fund distributor. So you need to be retaining after a certain threshold or minimum threshold level which you are going to cross over a period of time. Ideally, it should be anywhere between 1 to 2 years time period. So once you are in the retention phase, now comes the real challenge. And what is that real challenge? What kind of clientele you are going to retain, or what kind of clientele you are going to let them go. And why that strategy is important? This strategy is important because of the reason that we all mutual fund distributors have a limited bandwidth. हम सबके पास 24 घंटे ही हैं. And this is a business where I firmly believe that quality should overtake the quantity, because this is a business where we are going to manage hard-earned money of our investor. And if we are going to manage hard-earned money of the investor, we should be mindful of that we are going to give our 100% to those who have given us or entrusted us with their hard-earned money. So आपको क्वांटिटी से ज्यादा क्वालिटी पे ध्यान रखना है. आपको my experience says that if you have 100 quality customer, you will be well taken care of by this business. You will have consistent growing income over a longer period of time. So you need to be mindful that you need to have a quality customers with you instead of going for quantity. So now when I'm talking about quality, what kind of qualities you should be looking in your customers whom you want to retain? क्या देखना चाहिए आपको एक कस्टमर में जिसको आप ज्यादा टाइम दें, जिसके लिए आप ज्यादा एफर्ट स्पेंड करें, जो जिसको आप ज्यादा टाइम तक अपने साथ रखना चाहते हो. So the first thing which I think you should be keeping in mind is you should keep in mind that what is the active income visibility of the client. How long the income from his business or from the profession he is going to earn. If your client is having 10 to 25, 30 years of active income visibility, then you should be giving more effort and more time to that clientele. I always believe that we should look on the concept of LTR, that is lifetime revenue. What is the total income which you are going to earn from that customer over a period of time over his lifetime? And I have done a back of the hand calculation, and I have found out that if you are going to get a client who is going to give you 10 lakhs and he is going to be there with you for say next 25 years, and another customer who is the customer who starts with you with 1 lakh and he is going to continue with you for the next 25 years with the incremental of only 10% every year, he is going to give you more than 50% revenue for the money which you are going to manage for him. So even though client आपके साथ छोटे अमाउंट से स्टार्ट कर रहा हो, लेकिन वो हर साल अगर आपको इंक्रीमेंटल बिजनेस देता जाएगा तो लंबे समय में वो आपको बहुत अच्छा रिवेन्यू जनरेट करके देगा. सो आप सिर्फ आज के प्रोस्पेक्ट को ना देखें. Don't see only today what the customer is going to give you. But if a customer is having a long-term income ahead of him and he is going to commit to you that he is going to keep on increasing investment over a period of time, my suggestion to you is you should give more effort to those who have a long period of earning ahead of them. So just keep this thing in mind, and the calculation, I'm going to leave the link in the description so that you can see that calculation yourself, that how it make more sense, that we should always keep in mind that those investors who have a good active income period ahead of them, we should be giving more emphasis, more effort, more energy to them. Another criteria which you need to look into it is just look at their asset liability mismatch or asset liability picture. If a customer, even though he is giving you good investments, he has a good cash flow, but if his liabilities are more, it is very likely that in coming few years he is going to withdraw those accumulations to fulfill or close the liabilities. Then in that case also it doesn't make sense. अगर आपका कस्टमर अच्छा पैसा इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है लेकिन उसके पास बहुत सारी लायबिलिटी भी हैं, बहुत सारे लोन्स हैं, तो ये बहुत लाजमी है दैट क्लाइंट जो है आपका आने वाले समय में पैसा जो एक्यूमुलेट होगा उसको निकाल के अपने लायबिलिटीज को पूरा करेगा. In that case also you are not going to earn a good revenue from that client. So you need to keep in mind that whenever you are taking those decisions that which clients to keep, which clients not to keep, just don't only see the money or the investment which is giving you. But if you look at the overall financial situation of that client, you will be better off. The other thing in terms of asset liabilities, you should also look into what kind of dependents he has. If he has large number of dependents, then again it is not going to help you as a mutual fund distributor, because most of the cash flow will go to fulfill the needs of the dependents which the customer is having in his family. So that also you need to be mindful of. Other important aspect which you need to look into it is if the customer is having multiple earning members in the family, then you should give more weightage to that clientele. Why? Because now the money or the earnings are not dependent, or the expenses are not dependent upon a particular earning member. If there are multiple earning members, multiple source of income, a better cash flow, and that is going to result you better investments now and in the future. That also we should be very mindful of when you are deciding which clients to retain, which clients to let go. Other important aspect which I would like you guys to understand is you should always look at the current asset picture of the client. If the current asset picture is skewed towards any particular asset class, you should be taking an informed decision that if a client is having a diversified portfolio of multiple assets, he has real estate also, he has equities also, he has gold also, then that would make better sense, that because the volatility in the portfolio would be a lot lesser and the cash flow visibility would be much higher. But if a client is having a very big asset, but it is only into the real estate, then most of these real estates are for consumption purpose and it will not make sense for you. So these pointers you need to keep in mind when you are deciding that when you are in a retention phase, which client you are going to retain for a longer period of time. अगर आप ये सारी चीजों का ध्यान रखेंगे और उसके बाद एक डिसीजन लेंगे कि भैया कौन से क्लाइंट पे मुझे ज्यादा टाइम देना है, कौन से क्लाइंट पे मुझे कम टाइम देना है, then it is going to help you in making better informed decision regarding your business. As I told you in the beginning, please believe me guys that in this business, you should always be going for quality instead of quantity. This is a knowledge industry where you need to be investing in yourself day in and day out. If you invest in yourself, if you keep on growing yourself, you will be able to serve your client in an effective manner. Always keep in mind that your total sum game should always be zero. It means if you're decided that I'm going to manage 150 clients, and if you're acquiring some new client because of the better prospect, you should be always aware that you should let go some of the clientele so that you have the required time and required resources to give your best service to the existing clientele. वी ऑल हैव अ लिमिटेड बैंडविड्थ एंड आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि अगर आप क्वालिटी नहीं मेंटेन कर पाएंगे तो आपका क्लाइंट भी आपके साथ ज्यादा समय तक नहीं रह पाएगा. So this was the debate regarding whether you should be concentrating more on the acquisition or retention of your clientele. This is a very important concept, especially from the mutual fund business distribution point of view, because in this business, if you are able to retain your client, you will be prospering like a hell. And in case you want to dive into a mutual fund distribution business, in case you are looking for a professional structured mentorship, then I would urge you to please join my 90 minutes free masterclass. In this masterclass, I'm going to tell you 3 secrets regarding mutual fund distribution business. To join and register for the masterclass, I'm going to leave the link for the masterclass in the description. Do join me for the live session. Thank you for watching. In case you like the content, do hit the thumbs up button. Comment below what was your biggest takeaway from this video. And I'm going to see you next time. Thank you very much.